All right, let's take it from the top. This is the very, very top MSI token, the rebrand on Sol. Oh, yes, there it is. Top banner, baby. And we are going to get into and where things are going forward. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am Jazz Royce. And for you to the channel, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, also the notification bell, please. And thank you. And also smash the like button for me, please. And thank you. So, guys, let's get right to it. So, catching you guys up to speed. If you don't know, Gempad had a breach, so they say. Whether it was outside or inside, we don't know. But what we do know is that the liquidity from MSI got drained and nobody, not even the dev himself, was able to do anything about it. And everybody, all of us, investors, development team, everybody, yeah, we had to take that L. However, he took this opportunity to get back up within not even a week later and relaunch MSI, but on Sol fresh, right? Volume, okay, 4.7 million market cap right now, but sitting at, this is what I want to show you guys, 2.3 million in volume in just the 24 hours, the first 24 hours of this project even existing, okay? This is what I wanted to show you guys. You can't make this up. 200,000 buys total, 6,000 sells. That is a crazy ratio. Now, not to mention, this is on Sol. So you can literally buy the smallest to biggest amounts and literally just get that volume circulating. And that is like such a smart move in general for a fresh new project because people want to see volume. Did I mention that it's at 1,400 holders and this was a fresh launch? There was no airdrops, no nothing. Literally, like, and being transparent, I mean, this was my first time even dabbling into Sol. Yes, I've covered a couple Sol projects on the channel. Doesn't mean that I was invested into it. I've watched the success of others that did, and I just fell back and just kept making the content. But now that I see that MSI is moving to Sol, I went in myself and I didn't have much to go in with you either. I took it. We all took a hit, right? You know, my friends included too. Like, listen, all we can do right now, and the fact that this is on Sol, this is so good because I can literally come in and start with something as small as like even $100, even $50. Some people are buying $10, $20 worth. And because there's barely any fees on Sol, like $1 to $2 at best, you can actually DCA with $10, $20, $200, $1,000, whatever your budget is. Sol has something for it. Like, you actually can get something out of it. See, the problem with the ETH chain, and I'm an ETH person all by far, I just like to stick with what works. But the problem with ETH chain compared to Sol that I've seen is that just if you want to put $20 into a project, you can't come with $20. You might have to come with 60 because the fees might cost more than the 20 you're trying to put in. So you don't even put 20. You just wait until you have more than enough. But then if you have more than enough, the price is probably too high. Now it's not a good entry point anymore. Then you don't even get into the project at all. And I've done that a couple times too. So I can relate. I notice people out there that do that too. So when you see a project like this, fresh launch, kicking crazy volume, 7 figures in 24-hour volume, and you see the ratio that most of it has been buys over sells, right? Whether big or small, check this out. Already the ticker trending revenue has also carried over, of course, into this new MSI because this will be playing the very primary fundamental role of this project. Why? Because this is a 0% tax token as well. Zero tax in, zero tax out for MSI on Sol because ticker trending revenue will be funding it. As you can see right here, a $10,000 buyback already on launch day was already dropped onto the chart. Okay, just like that, just as a welcome to the new project. And as you can see, if we're going back over here to ticker trend, we're going to see that they are sitting at 4.7 million market cap right now. Me personally, I'm seeing this as an opportunity to DCA. I'm not a financial advisor. You see it in the description. That's why I don't even sit on my videos, but you know that by now. I'm just telling you guys, as subscribers to the channel, being transparent, this is my strategies. I got in on launch 10 minutes after launch, got my little feet into the door. I couldn't get in with much, right? You know, took a hit like you guys too. And, you know, everything's been tough across the boards as we're waiting for the big cycle. And so even with just a bit of what I can get into, it was still nice, already 2x right there on the spot, right when the launch in. And the beautiful thing is that even studying my slippage high, the fees went in way faster than it would when I was ever trying to trade on ETH. And that impressed me. That was my very first time trading on Sol. It was incredible. So once I saw that we pulled back, we went to all-time high first, right? We went up to like 10, 11 million market cap. This right up here is around 10, 10.5, just shy of 11 million market cap. This was on literally launch minute. The contract was released at around 2 something in the afternoon, 2:15, 2:10 around there in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. And as you can see, I mean, we all ate that like wildfire. And since then, over 24 hours later, it has been consolidating and starting to gain itself a bit of stability, right? And even right over here, just last night when I saw that we pulled back from the high and sitting back in that 5 to 6 mil mark, I personally came back and doubled my position. And even as slowly but surely, this is the same strategy that I did with Shiba Inu way back in 21 before it hit the all-time high in October of that year. And I did the DCA and with even just little bits of what I could afford from checks and stuff when I was still working at my job back then. And after a couple months in, that netted a good 4 figures. And then when it ran to the highs, that was a nice 10x. So I walked out with 5 figures from Shiba. So the same approach I'm taking with this project, especially understanding the history behind it. But now we see that there's a greater picture behind it because this is like the redemption arc. It's not just MSI. I think it's 27 other projects were affected by the GemPad incident. And the way I see it is that's 27 different projects, communities, development teams, developers that are pissed and they're ready to strike back with a vengeance. And the way I see it is how fast Pablo acted on this. This could be the breadwinner to save all of our tails. Let's keep it real. I mean, that was completely left field. That gem pad was from one night to the next. This is our redemption arc right here. I don't see projects on Sol as a YouTuber hit these type of millions of market cap in the day of launch. I don't see it. That's some ETH type of stuff that we see, but we're seeing it on Sol with way less fees. That's crazy to me. What does that tell me? This tells me that this is a project that if we already made it to 10 million on launch day, launch hour, that means once we see marketing rolling out, because I'm pretty sure that Pablo hasn't even, he hasn't even got the real stuff out yet. This is day 2, technically speaking now, just day 2, and it's a weekend, holidays too, right? So everybody's even extra busy. I say by like past holidays, this can definitely hit into the millions. And I'm talking like not 10, I'm talking, if we hit 10 on hour 1 of launch, what more is it to hit 50 to 100 million? I'm being honest. What more is it to touch 50 to 100 million? Jazz, how are we going to get there? Come up with me. Let's look at the price. This is another thing that I love. This is probably one of my most favorite things about the project. Before we're not even at the website yet. Check this out. We're already halfway to a penny. This is something that can hit a billion market cap. And I did the math. It will take us to around a 998 million, technically 1 billion market cap to see the new MSI touch $1. Okay, remember that, guys. 1 billion in market cap is $1 in MSI. I want you to understand that. That means every single token you have right now, 1 token, 2 tokens, 1,000 tokens, 10,000 tokens, you got 50, 100,000, 50 to 100,000 tokens. Shoot, imagine that at $1. It's 50 to 100K. And that is a very easy way for you to calculate when you're DCAing how to keep track of how much you could potentially have once we just touch 1 billion market cap. And you know what that means? Let's just use Saitama in 21, for example. That's my favorite one because that's the biggest X's that I've ever had. Let's use that where they hit just over 7 billion market cap. MSI does that same thing. Our price will be sitting at around $7 to $8 per coin. And I want you to multiply that times the tokens that you have right now. Do that and get some understanding of the opportunity that is lying right in front of you here in this new project. Let's go and take a little dab on the website. Contract right there on the top right. Look at the rebranding. Look at the solid 80s style retro neon logo. You know my branding, so you know this is my favorite type of branding, right over here. The monkey who refused to quit, and literally the story is right there, proof in the pudding. And check this out. And I think other projects that also get their banners, which if you're on Ticket Trending, make sure to get yourself a banner. All right. Because really quick, I'm not changing the subject, but look at this. My goodness. Get yourself one. But look at this. 1,000x. That means on launch day, the developer already set a minimum target of where we can see this project hitting on the top banner for everyone to see as soon as they get on the site. 1,000x. Okay. Get some understanding, guys. Opportunity is always there, right? I always believe that when things happen out of our control, it's something good behind it. It's just not many people can see past it, but the very few that can, the very few that are able to see past the BS and still push forward, they're the ones that get to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And I believe that if you're still here, just like I am, we deserve that pot of gold, baby. Here it is, the utilities for the MSI, the new MSI. We have ticker trending being incorporated into it, as you can already see, adding value alongside the MSI cards, in case you forgot. And they have an MSI shop. Not to mention, the game is still on the way. If you don't know, there was a game coming out called Kishi Bros, and it was almost like its own, and I'm going to show you right now. We're jumping around a bit because I'm really excited, so just, stay with me, guys. Kishi Bros right over here is still in development and still going to be coming out. If you don't know what that is, it is a game that has already been, we've already seen teasers of it over the couple of months. It's already been actively being worked on, right? It's a real legitimate game. And this is going to also have potential rewards, okay? Expect unique gameplay challenges and integration within the MSI system alongside centralized exchange listings. And guys, Phase 6, this is what caught me, a DeFi social networking platform. This is new to me. Okay? Designed to foster meaningful interactions, collaborations, and user-generated content. This platform is meant to empower community members to share their own insights, discover opportunities, and build trusted connections within the DeFi space, okay? On top of that, integrating the token utilities, governance features, and value-driven engagement strategies. This platform, networking platform to be exact, will just add even much more of an icing on the cake. So you got a marketing platform like Ticker Trending. Now you're going to have a DeFi social networking platform to coincide with it. Holy. 1 billion supply, which is why it is very doable to see this project hit 1 cent, 10 cents, and even $1. Because if you don't know, I was watching, and we're going to go back and look at the chart really quick because I was watching this on launch. I saw that very brief moment that we touched 1 cent. I saw that. I said, whoa, we just broke the zero. And then right after that, people got too excited and started taking a little profits. But we touched 1 cent on that first candle at launch. We touched 1 cent on the first candle of launch. What does that say? That means right back at 1 cent, right? So if we 2x from here, would be a little bit under. I mean, let's say we're back at the 5, right? We're at the 4.7s right now. I know you can't see because my face is blocking it. We're at the 4.7s right now in price. If the price gets back to the 5, we're just a 2x away from the 1 cent. When we're at the 1 cent, it means that we are only a 100x away from $1. Once we get to 1 cent, we are only a 100x away from $1 when we get to 1 cent. That means if we get to 1 cent, and from 1 cent, we get excited and people want to do like with the Dogecoin, oh, get to $1, get to $1. And the market cap value seems to hit a 1,000x from that 1 cent. We're looking at a 10 billion market cap, aka $10 for each coin. Okay, get some understanding of the. Oh, look at that! I'm just saying that, and then we went from the 4.7s to the. Now we're about to hit the 5. We're at the 4.9s as I'm talking. People are buying as I'm talking right now, recording this. Okay, probably one of the longest videos I've made. Still more to touch base on, but guys, I'm gonna leave that to you right now. I will catch each and every one of you guys at the top.